Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
A lot of historical nonsense has been written about the friendship between Wyatt Earp and Dr. John H. Holliday. Doc has been called everything from a horse thief to a bloody-minded killer. Many people criticized Wyatt Earp for associating with Doc Holliday, but none of them knew how this friendship began.
Doc Holliday runs a big money card game. He's got a sign that says for fighters to keep out. So don't come crying to me. If you got a beef, take it up with Doc Holliday. Well, then don't go making remarks about Doc. He ain't been in good humor lately. Good heavens, not Wyatt Earp. Put her there.
Howdy, Mr. Shancy.
I ain't seen you since the 4th of July, '68 in old Cheyenne.
Come on, but you didn't see me. You were too busy looking at Mike Donovan's fists.
I can still feel him.
Well, he was a little too young for you and too fast, but you put up a mighty good fight. Oh, sir, there never came any braver in the fight ring than old John Shancy.
Well, thanks, Wyatt. Have a drink?
No.
Say, you didn't look me up after all these years just to spread molasses. You want something.
You know, you're right. Yeah, I'm looking for a Dave Rudabaugh or any of his crowd. They've been robbing Santa Fe payrolls. Now, Pat Masterson took a posse down into Texas after him, but I got word that some of Rudabaugh's men visit your camp occasionally.
Well, none that I know of for certain, Wyatt.
Oh. I heard you mention a Doc Holliday to that cattleman. By any chance you mean Dr. John H. Holliday from Valdosta, Georgia?
Let's do ourselves a favor, Wyatt. Leave Doc out of this.
The Santa Fe detectives told me that Doc Holliday had a little row with one of Rudabaugh's boys in Dallas.
Well, Doc has rows with lots of people. That don't mean he talked to you.
Any harm in asking him?
He ain't been feeling well. His touch is a rattler with a sore fang. I'll tell you what. Now, my barkeep over in the tavern knows one of the men you're after, Mike Rourke.
Thanks.
Mike is a chief gun for Rudabaugh. Now, why don't you pretend to the barkeep that you want to send Mike a friendly tip? Anything to start him talking, understand?
What's your barkeep's name?
Tim Riley.
Tim Riley. Well, I'll tell him that my name is Seamus McEarp.
Will I be after seeing you, Seamus?
That you will.
There's a lawman in camp. He's heading this way.
He wouldn't be after you now, would he, Grimes?
He better not be. I need that shotgun, Riley.
All right. Take it.
Medicine, Riley. Medicine.
Oh, sure. Sure, Doc.
Howdy. You Mr. Tim Riley?
I am.
Wonder if you could get a message to Mike for me.
Mike who?
Mike Rourke. He's a friend of mine. He did
Up for him. Quick. Turn around. Get his eyes, Riley. You're no friend of Mike's. You want time to pray, you want it quick.
Hey, Skunky.
What?
You're Skunky Grimes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You owe me $50.
Oh, that's right, Doc. You lost so much weight I didn't...
Hey, you! Hit the floor! About 50.
Your gun, sir.
Thank you.
I should be thanking you, Dr. Holliday. You pulled me out of a kind of tight spot.
You can't be a former patient of mine.
No, sir.
I thought not. My patients hate me.
Here's your guns, mister. And I'd like to have my shotgun back. I'm sorry, Marshal, but I had to go along with Skunky's play.
I understand. Here, you keep this for me. Throw some water on him and patch him up.
I will.
You mind telling me why you slid me your gun?
It would disillusion you, sir.
I'd still like to hear it.
Very well. Grimes owed me money. If he had shot you, he'd have gone on the run. As it turned out, in this best of all possible worlds, I got my money back. I didn't have to kill Grimes. Now, if you'll excuse me, sir.
Would you tolerate one more question, Doctor?
One more.
Can you tell me where I can find Mike Rourke?
I could, but I won't.
All right, sir.
Hold on. What's your name?
Wyatt Earp.
And all the time I thought it was a fluke shot you threw at Skunky. Handsome, fast with a gun, in the best of health. Get out of my sight, sir.
Well, if Doc won't talk about Rourke, that's it. Well, didn't he do enough for you? I never heard of Doc Holliday going out of his way to help a living soul.
Well, maybe you don't know him.
Know him as well as anyone does. He's an ill-tempered, selfish fella. Got a tongue rough as a number 5 file.
Is he sick?
Consumption.
That explains a lot. But it doesn't explain why.
Uh-oh. Curse of the Irish. Miss Kate. Plague on her.
Who's she?
Mrs. Holliday. Doc Holliday's wife. I gotta make myself scarce.
Chesney! No, you don't! Stop right where you are. Is Dr. Holliday here?
Yes, sir.
Well, thanks for not lying to me. What was the idea of sending back all my letters stamped address unknown?
Doc told me to.
All right. I need accommodations for myself, my coachman, and my maid. How about it?
Now, look, Mrs. Holliday. You and Doc been fighting. Now, don't get me mixed in any family quarrels.
That fight's all over with. All right, where do I stay?
Well, I'll have to ask Doc first.
You big coward. Are you afraid of my husband?
No, ma'am.
Maybe you're not. Where'd you find him?
He's Wyatt Earp, Marshal of Dodge City.
Oh. How do you and the doctor get along?
Pretty well.
That's a break. You're not afraid to deliver a message to him?
No, ma'am.
Just tell him I'm in town with $30,000. Will you do that? And tell him he'd better act friendly toward me. You better mention the name Mike Rourke. That's a cinch to interest His Highness. Chauncey, why don't you get some manners?
All right. Drive on to the tavern. I got a matter to discuss with you.
Don't you let him scare you about the doctor. You promised to deliver that message.
It'll be delivered, ma'am.
Good. Drive on, James.
Yes, ma'am.
That woman's a hellion.
Yeah, she looks like she's a good match for the doctor. Well, I can't let tender passion interfere with official business. You really afraid of her?
That's like asking me if I'm scared of the White Witch of Kilkenny.
Full speeds. P4. 9 speeds. P9. It's a black night. East the house. Pay the ace. 3 a diamond, pay the 3. You're on the wrong side of the table, aren't you?
I got a message from Mrs. Holliday.
She in town? Hank, you take over. Back room.
Your wife said to mention Mike Rourke. She seemed to have some information about Rourke. I want to give you fair notice, Doctor. If you still refuse to talk, I'm going to try and get the information out of Mrs. Holliday.
You have a one-track mind.
Well, that's my job, Doctor.
I was talking to Bill Tilghman about you a couple of months ago. He called you Deacon Earp.
Well, they elected me deacon of the church to keep order.
The law seems to be your religion.
So?
What a man believes is no business of mine. Bill Tilghman says you're an honest man. That's good enough for me, or I wouldn't even bother with you. You want Rourke. So do I. And I got first claim.
Why do you want him, Doctor?
I'm not in the witness chair. All I ask is first crack at Rourke.
You want to kill him?
Perhaps, if that's necessary.
Well, why don't you just shoot him up a little bit? That would leave me a prisoner to question.
Can't promise that. But regarding Mrs. Holliday, you can ask her anything you want. Anything. I'm just not in the mood for domestic things. You'll excuse me, sir.
Yes?
The door.
Yes.
Oh, Marshal Earp, come in. Clear out now, both of you. Did you see Dr. Holliday?
Yes, sir.
How is he? Pale? Coughing all the time?
He's not too well, ma'am.
What size glass is he using for his whiskey?
A water glass.
I thought so. Fine life for a man in his condition. Smoky saloons, whiskey, day and night. Did you give him my message?
Yes, he said he didn't want to be bothered with domestic things. Well, I'm sorry, ma'am, but that's what he said.
I'm used to that. Didn't the mention of Rourke have any effect?
Yes, ma'am, I think they have a quarrel.
Oh. And that means he expects Rourke to come into camp. Another gunfight.
I reckon so, ma'am.
Did he tell you why?
No, ma'am.
Will you charge me to arrest Dr. Holliday?
Well, I'm afraid I couldn't do that, ma'am.
Why not?
Because he could sue both of us for false arrest, and you'd be liable to perjury. See, the doctor hasn't robbed any stages or trains, ma'am.
But it'll save his life.
How?
I want the doctor to quit all this. Go to Colorado, take the cure.
Oh, I see.
The doctor can't last at this rate. Rourke never rides alone. It'll be a gunfight with Dr. Holliday against maybe 10 men.
Probably.
And you won't do anything.
Well, there's nothing to do, Mrs. Holliday. You see, I came here to arrest Rourke for robbing Santa Fe trains. Now, the only way to head off a fight between Rourke and your husband is, well, for me to get to Rourke first.
But if you don't, will you help the doctor in his fight?
Well, I can't even do that, ma'am. You see, I want to arrest Rourke. Dr. Holliday wants to kill him.
You men! Fighting, killing, letting us worry about you, and then sticking together against us.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but...
No, you're not sorry, but you will be. And so will the great Dr. John H. Holliday. Get out! Get out!
Yes, yes.
And I don't see why you blame me, Doc. You didn't give me no direct order to keep Mrs. Holliday out of camp.
It's not what I'm sore about.
What is it, then?
You seeked Wyatt Earp onto me.
I did not. I told him flat not to bother you. I even told him not to take your wife's message.
All right, Jack. All right, it's my own cussedness. Earp is a good man, and I hate good men.
Oh, now, Doc.
Earp has a mission. He's risking his life for $250 a month. He wants Mike Rock. He may try to interfere when I settle a trivial and human row with Mike. Good men always arouse the worst in me. It's not that I envy him. Earp just doesn't have any logic. And I have great respect for logic.
Well, sure, Doc. You got a college degree.
Yes. Doctor of Dental Science from Johns Hopkins. How very logical. Fixing teeth for people who deserve to live on mush. No, Jack. That's almost as stupid as being Wyatt Earp and chasing a train robber. I ask you, what is the Santa Fe Railroad? Why shouldn't it be robbed like the rest of us?
Well, now, you got me there, Doc.
And another point.
Dr. John, it's Miss Kate.
What's that?
Miss Kate, she's sick. Awful sick. She's got the misery.
Oh, shut up, Jim, shut up.
But Dr. John...
All right. Sounds like appendicitis. I'll come.
Bless you, Dr. John.
Send up a quart of whiskey to Mrs. Holliday's room. She's had these attacks before. I may have to operate.
Peggy, stop fidgeting. Stop. Now, just one look at your face and he'll know I'm not sick.
All right, Miss.
And I don't want you to try to argue me out of it. Now, has James got the coach ready at the back door?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, you know what you're going to do. You're going to help James and me tie up the doctor. Then you...
Shh. He's coming.
Have you been eating grapes, my dear?
No, John, no. It's just indigestion. James and Peggy were scared, so I...
Now, Katie, please. You might have a burst appendix.
No, John, please. Shh. Oh. James, Peggy, quick. Help me tie him up. Hurry.
Hey, Mr. Shensi.
Not now. A desperate case. Mrs. Holliday, bad sick.
What do you mean she's sick? I just saw her 10 minutes ago. She was fine.
Sudden attack. The doc's up there now.
Where's her carriage and horses?
Out and back by the stable. Where would they be? Look, the doc's in a hurry for this. He can't operate without it.
Be careful of him. I'll open the carriage door.
I'm sorry, Miss Kate.
You, stand back. Keep out of our way.
No.
Where's my gun?
Mercy's sake, you can't shoot a marshal.
Put him down.
Yes, sir.
I'll never forgive you for this.
Assault and abduction. Now, you let me take care of Dr. Holliday. You take Mrs. Holliday inside.
Come on, Miss Kate.
You haven't seen the end of me, Wyatt Earp. I'll get my husband out of here. It's the last thing I'll do. Marshal.
I don't like it. We haven't heard from Grimes.
What are you so leery of, Mike?
Grimes may not be here. Well, I'm the one Doc Holliday's sore at.
5 against 1? Doc ain't that crazy.
Doc may not even be there. Somebody give Mike a handful of sand for his crawl. Well, now, ain't you funny? Well, if I do run into the Doc, let's see how brave the rest of you are.
Now, I hope you're not going to hold a grudge against Mrs. Holliday. She thought she was doing what was best for you.
I knew you'd say that.
Why?
You're always trying to do what's best for everybody. Mrs. Holliday wants to shut me up in a hospital. No drinking, no gambling, no women in the way.
You'd get well, wouldn't you?
No, it'd kill me in a month. By doing what's worse for myself, I've stayed alive. Hey, Jack, where's that medicine?
Coming, Doctor. I hope you give the marshal credit for saving you.
I'll never praise anybody for illogical behavior.
Well, what's so illogical about stopping your wife from carting you off, bound hand and foot?
I have first claim on Mike Rock. And with me out of the way, the marshal would have no problem. I hope you'll act toward me after this with the worst possible motive, sir.
Well, if I did that, Dr. Holliday, then you'd always understand me.
He gets the point. You got a wonderful talent, Wyatt. You'd make a wonderful, great train robber.
Saints forbid.
He'd be the scourge of the Santa Fe.
You see, the doc doesn't take his own advice. Well, there are no posters on him for high crimes and misdemeanors.
I haven't been identified. That's the reason. Excuse me, gentlemen.
Now, Doctor, you can't go against that many.
Hold it, Mike.
Get out of our way, Doc.
You try it, Mike. Climb down. Fast. Get over here. Move. Sit down. You want him alive?
Yes, I do.
Well, then you and Jack hold on to Rock. My business will only take a moment.
Now, wait a minute, Doc. That talk I made about you, why, it was nothing but a joke.
Hold on or I'll...
I tell you, it was only a joke.
Shut up. This sidewinder told it all over Texas that he came to me for an extraction, and that I pulled the wrong tooth. Open your mouth. By rights, I ought to take out all your upper teeth. Instead, I'll just take 2 on the left to make sure. Ow! 1. Number 2 coming up. There now. You better pass it all around that I got the right tooth, Mike, or I'll yank every one of them and shoot you to boot. Take them away.
You 2 men, throw down your guns. Now climb off your horses and patch up those 2. You give Mike some laudanum.
We slaughtered them on Rock?
That's right. Go get it.
Very well, Deacon. I hope the whole Rudabaugh crowd jumps you on the way to Dodge City. You'll need more than laudanum.
John! John! Are you all right?
Yes, I'm all right. I have to go and get some laudanum. The marshal's orders.
What was all this about?
Professional pride, ma'am. Mr. Rourke here insulted Dr. Holliday.
And for that you let him wound 2 men and torture this one?
Well, those 2 fellas drew on the doc first. He got just about what he deserved.
That's right, Mrs. Holliday.
My husband shouldn't be allowed to take such risks. I'm going to Dodge City, and when I get there, I'm going to file a complaint against you with the town council.
Yes, sir. Well, you won't be the first one.
No, don't you have nothing to do with him in Dodge, Wyatt.
Well, I suspect I'll be seeing a lot of Dr. Holliday.
Mother in heaven, why?
I think we'll be friends.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. and none can deny it. The legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Now, Wyatt, you're going up against two mighty fast guns. Dave and Tom McAllister know you never shoot to kill.
Yeah? I know this bunt line can reach him.
And while you're just crippling one of the McAllisters, the other will shoot you dead.
It won't happen that way, Mr. Kelly. I'll probably have to drop Tom McAllister.
Kill him?
Yeah, if I'm lucky. This time there's no other way.
Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
For 3 years, while Wyatt Earp was marshal at Ellsworth, Wichita, and Dodge City, he had risked his life many times by shooting to disable hoodlums rather than kill them. These hoodlums began to trade on Wyatt's compassion. Now in Dodge City, the McAllister brothers were to force upon Wyatt the hard choice of shoot to kill or be killed.
Which way?
$3 Davy. Where up?
Them Rangers gonna be after us.
Rangers? I've been wanting me some of them for a long time.
Whoa, now, you're smarter than that, Tom. You're Tom McAllister. You ain't gonna go riding into a Ranger ambush, I know.
Yeah. That's right, Davy.
Quit your joking me. You know you got it all figured out.
Maybe.
Ride north to Dodge. And make monkeys out of them Rangers. You know, Lucy King's my best girl, and she'll hide us out in Dodge. Quit joking your little brother.
Yeah, that was my idea, Davy. But I might have to gun that marshal of Dodge, what's his name?
Earp. Wyatt Earp. Oh, sure, you gun him if he gives you any trouble. But the main thing is to show them Texas Rangers that Tom McAllister can give them the slip anytime he wants to.
Yeah. And then sneak back in and get him when they ain't expecting it, huh?
That's my brother. Now, quit your joking me.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Davy. I don't mean to. Come on. Dodge City.
Telegram from the Rangers, marked urgent.
Now, there's a great law outfit, Hal. Don't mind spending a little money for telegraphing. What does it say?
McAllister brothers may be headed your way. Dave has girl Lucy King in Dodge. Please arrest on site and hold for Texas warrant by mail. Lucy King, she's a nice, respectable girl.
Yeah. They fall in love, too, you know.
You want me to bring her in?
No, I think Miss Lucy will come to us. I hate to see her get in trouble for harboring the McAllister brothers.
Where's your friend? Here's our supper.
Lucy?
Yes, I have your supper.
Quit fretting, will you?
I'm sorry it's so late. You must be starved.
Tom wanted you to hold off till you got rid of customers. Right, Tom?
Yeah.
Roast beef, mashed potatoes, and apple pie. Lucy, we love you.
I love you.
Hey, brother, we eat.
That cook gone?
5 minutes ago, at least.
I better make sure.
What's he so nervous about?
He always prowls before he settles down.
Come on, eat your food before...
He'll be back in a minute. The fact is, Miss Lucy, I'd rather have a kiss. A real one. What's the matter, hon?
You haven't told me certain things.
Now, hon, Tom will explain it.
Tom, it's always Tom. Why can't you...
Yeah. I reckon he's hunting for liquor. Got any?
It's in the sideboard.
You get it. Been away a long time. You miss me?
It was something terrible. You haven't changed, Dave. So glad about that.
You've changed. You're prettier.
Tell me why you're on the run.
Now, hon, I can't do it.
Why not?
Tom's the boss. He'll be a bit more sociable when he knows you longer. You see, I told you he'd find it. Sit down. Your supper's getting cold.
It's already cold. Hotten it up.
No. Now, where are your manners? Tom McAllister acting like Wes Harden?
All right. Forget it.
Maybe you better push along, hon. We'll eat, and we can all have a nice visit later. A couple of drinks, and Tom will be bowing over your hand like a dancing teacher.
All right, Dave. I'll be in my room.
Thanks, hon.
Let's ride.
Ride where?
Your girl don't like me none.
No, Tom, she don't mean nothing.
I know. No, she's planning and scheming right now.
Such as what?
Don't you smile at me, Davy. When I talk serious to you, you take it serious.
Tom, I'm your brother. Now, a man don't do that to his own brother.
No. Forget it.
Where's Tom?
He drank himself to sleep. Lucy, I don't think it's such a good idea, us coming to Dodge. We ain't never holed up like this before. That's why Tom ain't himself.
You haven't told me why you have to hole up. Tom will never say.
Well, we got in a gunfight. It was self-defense, but that part of it was. But just as we was leaving, 3 men came at us with guns. One was wearing a star.
You killed him?
No, not him, but just wounding a peace officer. The Rangers want us.
Oh, Dave. But couldn't you say you didn't know he was an officer?
We didn't. It was too late. The Rangers would just laugh at that.
Marshal Earp wouldn't. I'm sure he'd help you.
Davy, no! Please don't shoot me. I'm your brother, your big brother. You don't want her, Davy. No, she's put you up to it. She's scheming. Now go away. Brother, you go away.
Tom, wake up. Get some water.
Here.
It's just a nightmare. He'd be all right now.
Has this happened before?
Bad dreams. Not this bad.
Well, shouldn't we get Dr. McCarty?
No. No, please. He's over it now. Tom, it's Davy. Nothing to worry about. He's just having a bad dream.
My God.
What?
Davy, you stole my gun. You and that...
No. Here's your gun, Tom. Look. Your gun.
Who is it?
It's Lucy King.
Just a second.
Tom and Dave came back. I said they could stay, but Tom got to drinking. He got delirious.
Take it easy, Miss Lucy. Sit down and tell me all about it.
And I know whatever Dave did, it was Tom who got him into it. And I don't think Tom was having a nightmare. It was like a spell or something, Mr. Earth.
Oh, you may be right, Miss Lucy. Heavy drinkers, they often go into delirium.
Yes, sir, I've heard of that.
Look, here's a hold request I got from the Texas Rangers. Came this afternoon.
Will you have to arrest Dave, too?
Well, I would have arrested both of them before supper time, but I didn't want to get you mixed up in it. Now that you told me the truth, why, the Rangers can't accuse you of harboring fugitives.
I want you to arrest Tom, but not Dave.
I'm not going to arrest either one of them.
What?
I haven't received the warrant yet.
I don't understand.
I'm trying to give you a few hours to ease Dave and Tom out of your life and out of Dodge.
Oh.
You see, Miss Lucy, they're brothers, and you can't pry them apart. You only get hurt trying. Now, you better say goodbye to Dave. He hasn't got much time.
Yes, I guess you're right. Thank you, Mr. Earth.
Towel, Tom?
Hey.
Lucy?
Yes. Breakfast.
Tom slept like a baby. Somebody must have sold you bad whiskey, hon.
Could have happened. Anyway, I'm closing this hotel.
Why?
I think Marshal Earp knows you're here.
How come?
One of his deputies has been hanging around since I opened for breakfast.
What do you think, Tom?
You heard her. She's throwing us out.
Only for our own good.
For my good, too. If they try to take you here, what would happen to me?
I think I have me a prowl around.
No, Tom, they might be watching out for you.
And she might be lying. She could be up to any scheme, Davy. Just to get rid of us.
Come with us, Lucy. We can shake the Rangers. What's changed just since last night?
Your brother.
Tom don't mean no trouble.
I'll go on the run with you. But not if Tom goes with us.
Ditch Tom?
He turned you into a gunfighter. He got you into every bit of trouble that's led to this. It wasn't bad liquor. Sometimes I think Tom doesn't always have his mind.
His mind?
Listen to me, Dave. Not to Tom, to me.
No.
You will listen. This is your last chance. You ride off with Tom, and every road you take will lead to worse trouble. All right, Dave. Goodbye.
You don't know what you're asking, honey.
Good luck, Dave.
Davy, she wasn't lying. There's a deputy across the street.
How about the alley?
It's clear. You get the horses.
Well,
never mind that. Push along. I'll take care of the fond farewells.
Stop it. Pick up your things and get out of here before I...
Before you what? You double-crossing little wench. You called that Johnny Law on us, didn't you?
Yes. And he said he'd give you a couple of hours to get out of Dodge. Now get moving. Your time could be up.
Well, now, this ain't gonna take long, Lucy girl. You ain't gonna be with me to finish. Just Davy. Bye, Lucy.
My men took Davy in the alley. He isn't hurt.
You promised they could ride away.
I know I did, Miss Lucy, and I'm sorry. Some of your customers recognize this one in the cafe. Spread the word around town. They forced my hand. I'm sorry.
Marshal Erb.
Yes, sir.
This court cannot recognize a whole request. Where's the warrant for these men?
It hasn't arrived yet, sir, but I have information that the McAllister brothers are wanted for killing 2 men and wounding a peace officer in Mobile, Texas.
Reliable information?
Yes, sir.
Good. Then I can set bail at $500 each. You men got $1,000?
No, sir.
All right, Marshal, take them to jail.
Yes, sir. Come on.
Judge Tobin. Judge Tobin, I'm Lucy King. I could raise only $800. Won't you reduce their bond to that?
Any objections, Marshal Erb?
Yes, sir, I have. When I arrested Tom McAllister here, he was threatening her with a gun.
Is that correct, Miss Lucy?
Marshal Erb is mistaken, Your Honor. Tom wasn't threatening me. He bragged on his drawing when I joshed him. He drew to prove how fast he was. They didn't try to harm Marshal Erb or his deputies. The Texas charge could turn out to be a case of mistaken identity.
Well, they'll reduce $800.
Just a second, Judge. This one's a madman with a gun. You're a liar.
Take it easy.
That's enough. I'm sure Miss Lucy King is a hard-working, reputable young woman. She wouldn't try to mislead this court. You can release the accused, Marshal.
Yes, sir, come on.
Did you threaten her?
Huh?
Erb told me you pulled a gun on Lucy. Did you?
Oh, don't ask foolish questions, Davy. Look, I got a headache. I need a drink. Come on.
All right.
Tom McAllister sure acts peculiar, don't he?
Yeah, he sure does.
Why don't you go back to Judge Tobin and argue with him?
Miss Lucy's the one witness that could prove it to the judge. He saw how she acted.
Ah, love. The tender passion.
Well, I'll wait until Dave cools down a little bit, and then I'll go have a talk with him.
Well, what good'll that do?
That might save a few lives. Anyway, Dave's got to understand the truth about his brother.
I reckon we ought to hit the trail. Tom, I said I reckon we ought to hit the trail.
No,
We can send Lucy the 800.
I ain't worried about that.
You ain't still sore at her. She did go our bond.
It's something bigger than Lucy's got us in a jam, Davy. We've been schemed against.
Wyatt Earp?
No, it's bigger than any cowtown marshal. I seen one of them last night.
One of who?
The devil's hired hands.
Oh, you're joking me again. Now, come on, we got...
It ain't a joke. It's just as plain as day. You and Lucy aiming a gun at me, and him standing there beside you, egging you on.
Oh, what'd they look like?
You ain't getting that out of me. My gun. Daddy, you stole my gun.
Ease off, will you? Let's check the guns.
Check them where?
Gun rack. Out yonder near the bar.
Maybe you're scheming against me, too.
You out of your mind.
What did you say?
We had to check our guns. Earp has deputies watching us, just itching to put us in jail. Now, let up.
I'm going to stop your scheme, Davy. I'm going to stop it because I'm Tom McAllister.
Yeah. You're Tom McAllister, the smartest brain in Texas. Sit down and tell me how you're going to handle them.
No. No, you'll find that out when the time comes. One of them might be listening.
You're right. I'll go get the horses.
What for?
It was your idea. We ride out of Dodge. We gallop off when they ain't expecting it.
Yeah. All right, Davy, you go over to that girl's house and get them horses.
And you sit here and wait. Promise. McAllister. You arresting me?
Got no warrant. You're what the judge said.
Then why are you tagging me? Mr. McAllister, I think your brother ought to be in a hospital. Nobody puts Tom away.
You'd rather have him stand trial for murder?
Rangers can't prove that. We're free on bail. Do I have to listen to you?
No, sir. But you might be glad you did.
A man loves his brother. Would you know anything about that?
Yeah, I got 4 of them.
Then what would you do if one of your brothers was like Tom? Huh? What would you do? Let the Rangers hang him?
I don't know, but I'd sure do something.
Tom's had bad spells before. He always gets out of them. Give me one last chance.
You asking me to let you jump bail? What about Miss Lucy?
I got a cattle spread in Texas. She'll get paid.
All right. Take your brother out of Dodge. I can't put him in jail, and you know how he is. So if he hurts anybody, I'm going to have to kill him.
Give us 10 minutes. Much obliged.
Take this. You'll be hungry.
Thank you.
I'd still be willing to go
No.
with you.
I can't trade you for my brother. You better find yourself an orphan to marry, honey. So long.
You gonna loco yourself? Your deputies say you pulled him off the McAllisters. Now, were you turning that man loose? Why?
Dave's taking his brother out of town.
Jump bail? No, Wyatt, what is this?
Look, Mr. Kelly, I don't want a gunfight with the McAllisters. I'd have to shoot to kill.
Well, sooner or later.
Not a poor man with frequent DTs and this fool of a brother. I'll let the Rangers do that. Now, I know what you're thinking, and it's true. Want me to turn to my star? I'll do it.
You're right now. We'll get to the horses, Tom.
Baby, the devil's hired hand.
Tom, get on your horse! Ted! Get on your horse, Tom! Get on your horse!
David, you won't go down.
Come on! Come on!
Baby!
Quiet. McAllister's cut loose in front of the Alhambra. They shot down 2 men bad and hit little Sammy Dunker in the leg.
Oh, my fault.
They're headed south.
How much head start?
2 minutes.
Come on, Tom. No, I'm going to drop him. Those devil's hired hands going to get us.
Drop the gun, Tom.
Drop it. Go on, Davy. Go on. This is my fight.
The wrong man, Tom. Shoot me. I'm the devil's hired hand.
No, you're Davy.
No. I'm the devil's hired hand. Go on, Tom. Shoot. Go on!
did most of the shooting, Miss Lucy, and, well, I don't think the Texas folks are going to be too tough on Dave. You going to be riding south with him?
Of course.
There's one thing you want to always keep reminding Dave. That is that I would have shot to kill Tom if he hadn't. For the first time, I'd have been forced to kill. I share Dave's sorrow for what he had to do.
I'm sure you do, Mr. Earp. Thank you.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Wyatt don't really love you. No, you just made him feel sorry for you.
This is Wyatt's affair, and mine.
He's too much of a gentleman to tell you the truth. But we aim to save Wyatt from making a fool of himself. Grab her, Pat.
He's going to marry me.
We'll see about that. We'll see about that after we get you out of town.
Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
Numerous young women set their caps for Wyatt Earp, the Marshal of Dodge City. But Wyatt, true to the memory of a youthful wife who died, was usually on guard against designing females. Then along came Miss Jenny Brandt, and on the Kansas frontier, men like Wyatt Earp believed in a code of chivalry which rendered them vulnerable.
We'll camp here. Rustle some wood and water. I want to talk to Jenny Brandt.
Jenny Brandt! Brother Dolph wants to talk to you.
There's no need to shout.
Oh, just the same, get down.
And here's Dodge City, about 5 miles. The gold shipments are transferred from the eastbound stages and freight wagons to the Santa Fe Railroad at Dodge. Jenny.
Yes, sir.
The marshal at Dodge is a bachelor and right good looking. Name of Earp.
No, you send somebody else.
I'm giving you the easiest part of this whole deal.
You gave my aunt and uncle an easy part back in Missouri. And where are they now?
On the run somewhere. They'll turn up.
If the Pinkertons don't catch them.
Oh.
I don't like any part of this. A gang of robbers posing as true light missionaries. And you trying to use me as a hoodlum.
No, Jenny, I only ask you to flirt with the Cowtown marshal till you get a tip-off on the gold. If you're too holy for this job, I don't want you in the outfit. Go get your things and get out of camp.
But I paid you. Didn't you promise Uncle Late that you'd see me through to California?
We need money. I'm bossing this outfit, and I can't let you get away with defying me. So you leave camp.
Way out here in the middle of Kansas?
It's your own choosing.
I suppose so. All right, I'll do what you say.
That's my girl. Oh, Jenny, if you'd only see eye to eye with me on...
No. I'm to make eyes at the marshal. Isn't that the deal?
Yes, that's the deal.
Hi, Wyatt.
Oh, howdy, Hal.
So, do you check on the wagon trains?
Yeah, and there's one I wanted to ask you about.
Oh, the Army issued orders they want all the settlers stopped from heading west.
These folks aren't settlers, Wyatt. They're missionaries.
The Cheyenne and the Apache aren't going to make allowances for that, Hal. You better ride out there and tell them to stay in camp.
They tell me on the trail these folks are known as new lighters.
No, not new lighters. They're called true lighters. I'll ride out there.
Hey, where are they?
About 3 or 4 miles east.
Right.
Thanks, Wed.
Our visit to this community is one that I have planned for a long, long time. And you, as brothers and
Brother
sisters...
Dolph, we have a visitor.
Peace, brother.
Howdy. I'm Marshal Wyatt Earp from Dodge City.
Bless you, brother. I'm Brother Dolph. This is Brother William, Brother Jonas, Brother Ralph, Brother Arthur, Sister Lucy.
How do you do?
What can we do for you, Mr. Earp?
Well, sir, I've had a request from the Army to hold all outfits westbound. Indians have been raiding the Utah and California Passage.
Will we be delayed long?
Well, I have no idea, sir.
Well, we'll have to vote on the matter. Our word calls for...
Let me go. Let me go.
What's all that about?
An erring sister, Marshal. She's to be whipped and expelled from camp.
She has to be whipped?
Yes.
Hold it.
Now, Brother Earp, you mustn't interfere.
Look, you can expel a girl, but you're not going to whip her.
Brother Dolph, I'll do penance, but you can't expel me. Not out here in this wilderness.
Silence. The true light is turned from you. Let her go. Let her go.
Now, you come in town with me. You hit your horse, that buggy.
No, she can walk.
Whipping is an assault and battery charge in this state. You all want to go to jail?
Please, Marshal. Never mind the buggy. I can walk.
No. I'll give you 2 minutes.
Our word does not allow us to quarrel with the law. Hitch the buggy.
Thank you. I'll send your buggy back later. What's your name?
I'm Jenny Brandt.
How'd you get mixed up with those people?
My aunt and uncle were true lighters in Missouri.
Oh. They dead?
All the folks I had.
Well, then Brother Dolph and those others were supposed to take care of you, huh? How old are you?
22.
Oh, I thought you might not be of age and the true lighters would have a guardianship. Well, maybe they'll forgive you and take you back.
I despise them. I'll never go back.
Then I'll find you a place to stay in town and try and find you a good job.
Why should you bother?
Well, that's part of my job. You know, you have a wonderful face. You're just about the prettiest stranded traveler we've had in these parts in a long time. Of course, that Mother Hubbard and that bonnet don't help any.
I could take the bonnet off. There. How would you like it fixed?
Oh, kind of rolled up at the back of your head there. Wait a minute, it's none of my business how you fix it.
Yes, it is. I belong to you, don't I? Is this what you mean?
Yes, and that'll look fine. That remark that you made about belonging to me, that's right strange. It's a true lighter's joke, huh?
No, Mr. Earp. If you'd picked up a stray calf back there, it'd belong to you, wouldn't it?
Not if it was branded.
I don't recollect any brand on me.
Yeah. It's a nice, sunny day, Miss Jenny, and yonder over there, that's Dodge City. Giddy up, boy. Oh. Now, we'll go in here and see Mayor Kelly. I'm sure he can find you a decent job.
Anything you say.
Howdy, Marshal. Remember me?
Well, howdy, Sheriff. Miss Brandt, I present Sheriff Masterson.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Oh, I think I'm going to like it here.
I hope so.
We'll see you later, Mr. Masterson.
The Dodge Hotel's looking for a bookkeeper.
Hold on. Here's a note from Miss Francie Morgan. She wants a seamstress for millinery shop.
Hey, can you sew?
Yes, pretty well.
Oh, you'll like Miss Francie. A fine lady.
I think it'd be a good idea.
All right. But you come with me. Oh, thank you, Mayor. You've been so kind.
It is my pleasure, young lady.
I like your friends.
Well, thank you, Miss Jenny. I kind of like them, too.
Oh, hello, Bat. Anything new?
Yeah. Who's that new girl Wyatt's toting around?
Oh, you mean Miss Jenny Brandt?
Yeah.
Why, she's...
She's who?
Well, she's... What?
Well, who is she?
Well, she belonged to something called the True Lighters, Bat says to them. They were going to flog her with a bullwhip.
Oh, and Wyatt came to the rescue, huh?
And you should have marked the way she looked at Wyatt. Love, my boy, love.
Oh, so that's the deal, huh?
And why not? Wyatt should be taking himself a wife.
Marry her? What does he know about her?
Well, do you know anything against Miss Jenny?
Not yet. But you know Wyatt when it comes to women. They're all angels. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that girl, but what if there was?
Well, you'd have to prove it to me in black and white.
All right. Well, listen here now, you just quit your mooning. You're mayor of Dodge City, not Dublin, Ireland.
Now, see here, Bat.
Aaron Gobrow.
This is our very latest spring model, Mr. Earp. Isn't it beautiful? Well, I'm sure she's ready by now. I'll just see. Need any help, dear?
Oh, thanks. I can manage.
Oh, it's beautiful. Just beautiful. Oh, my dear, she is beautiful, and I do need her so.
I certainly hope she'll fill the job.
Oh, I'm sure of it. And I'll speak to Mrs. Albert about a room in our rooming house.
That's very kind of you.
Oh, that poor child, what she must have gone through with those dreadful people.
Well, here I am.
Dear, it is so becoming.
What do you think, Mr. Earp?
Well, you just can't beat Miss Francie for pretty hats and pretty dresses.
Oh. Now, do you see why we love Mr. Earp?
Yes, I do. Miss Morgan is way behind in the shop, so I'll start work. Will you take me to dinner?
Jenny!
Oh, well, you see, Miss Francie, it's part of the agreement. I'm her, I'm her business advisor.
Oh!
I'll see you at 7 o'clock.
7.
Well, busy hands make busy people.
Thanks for a lovely evening, Marshal.
It was my pleasure.
You know, I think I'm falling in love with you.
You're what?
In fact, I'm already in love with you.
Miss Jenny, didn't your folks ever tell you that a girl usually thinks she's in love with a half a dozen men before the real thing happens?
Yes, and I was also taught not to act like a bold hussy. But this is real.
Miss Jenny, you're very lovely. But I'm a public officer, and this is a public street.
That means you're not in love with me.
I came along and tried to help you out of a bad situation. I get paid for looking after travelers. Now, Miss Franzie's probably peeking out of that window right now. You better skedaddle inside.
Yes, sir.
This is a gossipy town. A girl can't afford to get herself talked about. Good night, Miss Jenny.
Good night, Marshal.
Morning.
You get out of here. Miss Morgan will be back from the bank any minute.
I sent you after something.
There hasn't been time.
We was watching you last night.
I see.
Maybe you figured to run out on us and join up with Mr. Earp.
Maybe.
Well, it won't work. I'd have to tell him all about you.
Oh, Dolph, please.
You get that information. Get it today.
If I do, will you promise
I
not to...
promise nothing. You come back to camp with that gold shipment time. You'll be an outlaw, same as the rest of us. Then we'll see if the great Marshal Earp can...
Wait. I'll send you the gold layout, but I'm not coming back to camp. Not ever.
Why, you...
Hold it. You're short in this town, Brother Dolph. Now, you get out of Dodge and stay out.
Who you getting so tough with?
Dolph, Wyatt, please, stop it. Dolph was just trying to get me to go back to camp.
Stay out of this, Jenny. Now, you keep away from her, you understand?
Peace, brother. If Jenny set herself against the word, I can't stop her. We had to give her a chance to repent.
Well, you just keep away from her.
Oh, my goodness, what happened? What's the matter?
Oh, just a slight misunderstanding, Miss Bronson.
You'll have to talk to Wyatt.
Be better if you did.
The whole town's talking. If a man gets a girl talked about, by golly, he's compromised her. And to protect that girl's honor, it means only one thing: marriage.
Oh, that's true.
And the only question is, do you love her enough to marry her, or don't you?
Well, I'm not sure.
Well, then you're really not in love with her.
Not sure.
The only decent thing to do is persuade Miss Jenny to leave Dodge. Out here, you know, folks don't tolerate a man trifling with a decent girl's affections. You know that.
Oh, yes, sir, Sheriff. Say, do you think it might be all right if I lend Miss Jenny enough money to get back to Missouri?
No. Mary Kelly and I'll handle that.
Oh. Well, you know, Mr. Masterson, there's just one little thing wrong with all of this.
Wrong?
You see, you're assuming Miss Jenny's in love with me and wants to marry me.
Well, what girl wouldn't?
Oh, thousands and thousands, Sheriff. I'm just not the lady killer that you are. But I will have a nice long talk with Miss Jenny. But you and Mayor Kelly stay out of it, you understand? You know, I kind of wish Miss Jenny really wanted to marry me.
What?
So, by the way, how's everything with you?
Oh.
Hi. Can I join the picnic?
Oh, of course. I haven't much left, though. One hard-boiled egg and a pickle.
I guess I ought to be over there helping the boys unload the gold.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a Wells Fargo shipment from California.
Are you hungry? We can go back to the boarding house and I'll fix you a real lunch.
No, thanks. I've had lunch. Jenny,
This is wrong, you know. A lot of people saw you and Dolph and me.
Yeah, I guess so.
Miss Morgan says I'm to stop tagging after you. She's right. You just forget about last night. I acted silly.
Were you acting?
No, I wasn't acting. I meant it. You've been kind to me. That's never happened before. I am in love with you, and I always will be, a little. But I promise to stop tagging after you. I'll nod when we meet and say, "Hello, Marshal Earp," and you say, "Howdy, Miss Brandt." That'll fix everything, huh?
You're still in some kind of trouble. It has something to do with Brother Dolph and those people out there at the camp, hasn't it?
Thanks, Marshal, but you run along and help with the gold. Train won't wait.
We don't ship until 7:40 tomorrow morning. Dolph has some hold over you. Now, what is it?
If I thought you loved me, I'm sorry. It's Marshall Earp and Miss Brandt.
I still think you ought to tell me the whole truth.
A girl would be stupid to do that until after the wedding. Some girls don't tell even then. But I would. After the wedding.
Is that a proposal? You are a strange little character. I thank you for the compliment. So long, Jenny.
That was some meeting. That was the night the sheriff came in right in the middle of the meeting.
Note from Jenny, boss.
Yeah. Gold shipment will be loaded on 7:40 Express tomorrow morning. I think I can fix it so Wyatt's friends will hustle me out of Dodge. He'll probably go after us, leaving only his deputies, Jenny.
I told you she'd come around to her senses.
About time. Well, we'll wear cowhand clothes and masks. If Jenny can send Earp on a wild goose chase, this ought to be a real easy job.
And that's the way the thing stands.
Mr. Kelly, I thought you and Sheriff Masterson should be the first to know. Wyatt has asked me to marry him.
Well, no.
Well, don't you go mushy-headed on me. You pressured Wyatt into this.
Why don't you ask Wyatt what happened?
Well, no use asking him. Well, congratulations, Miss whoever you are.
Oh, I have a past.
Yeah.
But I told Wyatt the whole story, and he said it didn't matter.
But, Miss...
Good day, gentlemen.
Well... Oh, the poor darling. With the past. With the past? What can we do?
Well, she's leaving Dodge with us.
You mean kidnapping? Abduction?
No, use your head. Well, I'm sheriff of Ford County. We're only arresting her as a witness in a case of Topeka.
Good. But when?
Tomorrow morning. Early. Wyatt does night patrol and sleeps late.
Mr. Earp, they've arrested Jenny and taken her away.
Well, just sit down, Miss Fonzie, and relax. Now tell me, who arrested her?
That and Jim Kelly.
Oh, look, don't worry about it. We'll get her back. Hal, take one of the boys and go after him. Did Mr. Masterson say where they were headed?
Topeka. She's a witness. Oh, the poor child.
Topeka Trail, go on.
Oh, what about
Never mind about that. The boys and I will take care of it.
All right.
Oh, imagine arresting a nice girl like Jenny.
Just relax, Ed. Just relax. We'll get her back. Now, here, have some coffee.
Oh, no, I couldn't take a thing. Thank you.
Get away from that cart! You heard you, man!
Hold it! He's mine!
Sheriff Masterson, you were legally correct to arrest a witness, but I think it was a fool's stunt.
Well, the girl was in cahoots with the phony True Lighters.
No, she wasn't. She was working for me all the time. Now, Miss Jenny, there's a $500 reward for anyone helping to protect a Wells Fargo shipment.
No. I won't take it. Arrest me.
All right, well, just be patient. Now, Mr. Masterson, if you knew anything about genuine True Lighters, you would have spotted Brother Doff. You see, a real True Lighter doesn't believe in violence. Now, Miss Jenny, you come with me.
darling.
Thank you.
Why are you turning me loose with $500?
Well, you'll kind of need the money to get a fresh start back in Missouri. Miss Jeannie, there's something I want you to believe. I'll always think of you a little.
Why?
Well, because you tried so hard to fall in love with me, and because it was really you who took me off to the holdup.
How?
You kind of got desperate and asked me to marry you. And, you see, the true lighters, they don't believe in marriage.
What?
Goodbye, man.
He cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The principal recreations of Dodge City in 1877 were doubtful women, strong drink, and day and night gambling. Dodge was a frontier cow town, and it had passed laws against crime, but not against sin. On the other hand, respectable citizens expected Marshal Wyatt Earp to keep both sin and crime away from the right side of the Santa Fe tracks. What is now known as the Battle of the Long Branch Saloon was a typical example of frontier hypocrisy. It threatened Wyatt's reputation and his job.
Get out of here. I'm not selling out. Nobody's going to run me out.
You've had your notice, Luke.
We made you a fair offer. Now you get nothing.
What's the matter, Mr. Short?
They've been threatening me, Marshal. They say they ain't on, but I doubt it.
Just a private business argument, Marshal.
Yeah, no concern of yours.
Lift them.
See if they got any guns, Hal.
What are you taking up for Luke Short, Marshal? You got an interest in the Long Branch?
No, sir.
The graph's clean. I'll have to look
Get
at
away from me.
Come here. Derringer. You can come to my office and pick up that gun tomorrow, sir. I'll go on back to your saloon. Al, go see if you can find Sheriff Masterson.
Right.
Let's go inside.
And then Cockrell and DeGraff try to buy me out. I figured their place below the line wasn't doing too well, but they offered me peanuts for the Long Branch. Wyatt, maybe this is just another plain, old-fashioned rout, huh?
It looks like it. You know, I'm the one that talked you into buying this place from Doc Holliday.
Oh, I'm not blaming you for that, Wyatt. That price was right, and I've been making money.
No, just the same, I feel responsible. I'm going to ask Judge Tobin for a restraining order against Mr. Cockrell and Mr. DeGraff.
Restraining order? What's that?
Well, that puts them on legal notice not to interfere with you or your place of business.
Puts them on legal notice? Why'd you know a gambler can't run to the court for help?
Well, you don't understand. I want to help you myself, but well, I can't mount guard on a saloon. A restraining order gives me legal authority in case they try to roust your place. Otherwise, they can just send hoodlums in here, they can tear up your place, and all they got to do is pay a small fine for disorderly conduct. No, sir. A court injunction is the new way to do things, Mr. Short.
Well, thanks just the same.
Too modern for you?
I'm old-fashioned.
Matt.
Hi, Al.
Wyatt wants to see you.
I was afraid of that.
You heard about the trouble Luke Short's been having, huh?
I came to help him. Luke and I are old pals. He saved my scalp once.
Yeah, I know, but you're the sheriff. You can't...
Oh, up now. You don't see any star, do you? I was the sheriff. I resigned.
All right. You see Wyatt before you get in any gunfights.
Sure, sure. You tell him I'll be around.
And I just don't understand Wyatt. This idea of asking a judge to make Cockrell and DeGraff behave. Is Wyatt gonna might local?
No, he just hates trouble, Luke.
But Al and Jim would just laugh at a court order.
Sure. But Wyatt's got the town quieted down, and he wants to keep it that way. Deacon Earp, they call him. Uh-oh.
Everybody out. We're gonna take this place apart.
Drop those guns!
We'll drop you.
Then you quit a good job. Then you get mixed up in a stupid saloon brawl. I'd hoped you'd grown up. But you're a spoiled brat.
This was mostly your fault, you know.
My fault, huh?
Sure, you helped Doc Holliday sell that place to Luke. The other saloon owners didn't bother Doc. They were afraid of him. Now, let me finish, will you? They're afraid to roust Doc Holliday, but they're not scared of Luke. Luke was a pretty fair hand with a gun, but he's not in our class, and you knew that.
You finished?
Yes, sir.
Did Mr. Short give you an interest in the Long Branch?
No, sir. He sold me 10%.
He sold you 10%.
That's right.
All right. Here's an application for a restraining order. I want you to sign it, then I want you to get Luke to sign it.
This makes all of us promise to keep the peace.
That's right.
Wyatt, you don't believe that Cockrell and DeGraff are going to lay off the Long Branch after we just shot up a few of their rousters?
If they don't, they'll get 6 months to a year in jail. Contempt of court. Judge Tobin will throw the book at him.
Well, I don't know. It puts me in a funny spot.
You put yourself in a funny spot. Why did you resign? Why'd you quit? Never mind. Don't answer that. You and I, we've worked long and hard to get this town calmed down. We've got an honest judge now. The time has come to make use of court orders like that one.
All right. All right, I'll sign it. I'll try to get Luke to sign it. And I just want to get you into trouble.
Marshal's office sent us a paper. Hal served it on me.
Legal summons. James Cockrell and Al DeGraff will appear before Circuit Judge Tobin at 9 a.m. tomorrow to show cause why a restraining order should not be issued against them. The order will bind all parties to the dispute at the Long Branch Saloon to keep the peace. One of Earp's cute tricks.
Yeah. If Earp hasn't got an interest in that saloon, then his pal Bat Masterson has.
No. You'll tell Tobin a thing or two about Deacon Earp. And now, Your Honor, I've got something to tell you that perhaps you don't know. Bat Masterson is a partner in the Long Branch Saloon. And I suspect that Marshal Earp also has an interest in the business.
Oh, see here. That's a liar.
Order! Order!
Proceed, Mr. Cockrell.
Al DeGraff and I weren't involved in that ruckus yesterday. So why is Marshal Earp asking for a restraining order against us?
Your Honor, isn't it obvious?
Not now, Mr. Masterson. Mayor Kelly and I wish to question Marshal Earp in chambers. Court's recessed for half an hour.
And all I'm trying to do is to stop another fight at the Long Branch. Now, Mr. Masterson and Mr. Short have proven their good faith by applying for an injunction. I don't see where Bat's having an interest in the place or the fact that he and I are friends should enter into the case.
It'll make you look bad with the public, Wyatt.
Yes, it will. You'll appear to be taking sides in a brawl between saloon keepers.
Well, I can't be a hypocrite, Judge.
What?
Look, Mayor Kelly used to own a saloon. It's a legal business in this town.
But you advised me to quit, and I did.
Sure, Mr. Kelly, and I'm not defending the saloon business now. But there's no law against it. Why, our town is largely supported by taxes from liquor.
You're our marshal, Wyatt. For your sake, I can't grant the injunction.
You'll thank Judge Tobin when you've had time to think about this.
Application denied.
All right, gentlemen. I'll just have to try and keep the peace my own way.
We're gonna need some more guns, Luke. Charlie Bassett and Neil Brown will help. I'll send for them.
No, 2 of those hoodlums died. I favor waiting to see if Wyatt can handle it his way.
Yeah, but Tobin and Kelly let him down.
Maybe he was right. Maybe shooting your way out of arguments is an old fogey notion.
Another roust. Come on.
No, wait. Give Wyatt a chance.
Let's take it apart, boys. That's what we're here for.
There's 6 of them in there. Wyatt'll need help.
Too late now.
Left him. Well, only about $500 damage, Luke.
Al, let's go see Mr. Cockrell and DeGraff. You stay here. We'll handle this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You handle it.
You boys know how local politics are in a town like this?
Yeah, Jim's right, boys. You gotta remember that most of our business is located...
Mr. Cockrell, it's about time you and I had a nice little heart-to-heart talk. Bring Mr. DeGraff. I want him to hear it, too.
I can't prove you hired those cowhands, but I don't have to. I want $500 for the damages you did. I'll go get it.
You turn into plain robbery, Earp?
Jim don't mean that. I'll get it for you.
I told you to get it.
What if I don't?
Mr. Cockrell doesn't appreciate the fact that I'm trying to save his life. Al, you go up the street and tell Mr. Masterson and Mr. Short to arm themselves.
Don't be a fool. They'll shoot us down, and then he'll say it was a fair fight.
And it will be. You'll be wearing guns when I shove you out that door.
Wait, Hal. 500, did the marshal say?
Go get it. Now, one more roust to the Long Branch, and I'm going to close your saloon and every saloon below the line. You pass the word, Mr. Cockrell.
You think he'd dare close everything below the line?
That's just what I want him to do. We'll pass the word all right. The next roust will be a real one.
They paid damages, $500.
Well, that's the fastest civil suit I ever heard of. But thanks.
You know, I think every saloon owner below the line is in on this. Mr. Short, I hope the 500 is enough to pay for the damages.
It's good of you, Marshal. That's not going to get them off our backs.
No, sir, I'm afraid not.
Luke's tired of fighting.
You tired?
No. But I don't want to get you in too deep.
You know, Mr. Masterson, I made another mistake. This isn't just a brawl between saloon keepers. There's a right and wrong in the liquor business. And Dodge City's going to have to face the issue. You know what Mr. Kelly and the judge tried to pull on me today? They said that everything that happens below the line is sin and that we shouldn't bother to get our nice, clean coats spotted.
The hypocrites.
Yeah. That's why I hope you and Mr. Short will hang on.
We will. What about the next roust?
Well, I told Mr. Cockrell and Mr. DeGraff that one more roust and I was going to close every saloon below the line. Now, if they jump your place again, don't do any fighting. You leave that to me and the deputies.
Another hullabaloo at the Long Branch. What is this now, Wyatt?
Well, I'm fighting for sin, according to you, Mr. Kelly.
And a fine spectacle it is, too. Jim Cockrell told me that you took $500 from him for damages. And he claims he doesn't even know who made the disturbance.
Well, he's a liar. And I'm going to close every saloon in this town the next time there's a roust at the Long Branch.
Wyatt, you can't do that.
Why?
Why, they'd sue the city. They'd drag the whole nasty business into open court.
Well, that's where I think it belongs.
Girls, gambling, liquor? You must be daft.
Mr. Kelly, when I took the job in this town, man's life wasn't safe on Front Street.
True. You got crime well in hand. Judge Tobin and I appreciate it.
No, you don't. I asked the court authority to restrain some liquor peddlers from using violence to force a rival saloon out of business.
But we told you, for your own good name.
My name isn't that good. I'm a sinner, and so are you. And so is Judge Tobin. When things get too sinful below the line, sin busts loose all over this town. You and the judge just close your eyes to it.
We're not preachers.
Neither am I. I can't reform Dodge City.
But you're threatening to drag sin into public court.
If that's the only way I can keep sin from turning into crime, yes.
No. I'm warning you.
The crowd moving toward the Long Branch. Ted and Louie are on the way over there now. Masterson said he promised you not to fight. We could sure use him.
Let's get over there. Well, Mr. Mayor, keep your eyes closed real tight. Us sinners are going to have ourselves a little old shanty go.
Grab a gun, Bat. You and Luke both.
They're half drunk and mean.
You promised Wyatt not to fight.
Well, we could run out the back door. No.
Take it first. Piece by piece. You get the back door.
A lot of good rough boys, Jim. Yeah. I told them to take the Long Branch apart board by board.
All right. Outside.
Outside?
That's right. That's your mob out there, and you're going to leave them. Hands waist high. Let's go.
Whatever you do, don't break up the liquor. We'll drink that. Come on now.
That's what's going to happen. Wyatt's with them. They're starting up the street.
Oh, what's the matter, gentlemen? What are you hanging back for? These are the men that hired you to roust the Long Branch. They'll lead you.
Easy, men.
Earp'll shoot us. I know, Mr. DeGraff, why I wouldn't shoot you. Hell. Now, we're just gonna stand over here and just kind of watch all of the fun. What's the matter, Mr. Cockrell? You're a natural-born leader of men. All you gotta do is raise your hand, just say, follow me.
Take that big-headed John Law first. Well, go on, take him.
Go on, fellas, start shooting. Well, we won't hit your bosses. Who ever heard of men like your bosses getting hurt?
You scared of two men? Cut them down! You start it!
Yeah.
I'm not scared of Wyatt Earp.
Well, go ahead and draw. I'll wait.
You want to die for them? One of you could get me before Wyatt gets you. No takers? They'll fight to the last drop of your blood.
Not our blood. Let us take your gun, Joe.
Al, get a wagon loaded with 1x6s. We're closing the saloons.
Right.
What? You gonna close us too?
That's right, Mr. Masterson. Every saloon in town.
The bunt line special. It was the longest, fastest shooting iron ever to fight for the law. The bunt line special. It never missed or lost a battle and never was beat on the draw.
Marshal Earp? Judge Tobin wants you in court at once.
For what?
Read the summons. I might add, in behalf of my client, Mr. Cockrell, malfeasance in office is too mild a charge.
See you in court, Earp.
And I submit, Your Honor, the plaintiff has shown conclusive evidence why Marshal Earp should immediately be removed from office. We ask further that his illegal action in closing the city saloons be declared null and void.
Order! Order! Marshal Earp, you've heard the charges against you. Have you anything to say? Order! Proceed, Mr. Earp.
Your Honor, I have plenty to say, but I ask the courtroom be cleared.
On what grounds?
I'm going to have to talk about sin in Dodge City. I'm going to name names and cite facts that I don't think should become public property.
If the court please.
Yes, Mayor Kelly?
I agree with Wyatt, Marshal Earp. His testimony should be given in private.
Mr. Dunbar, do you agree that the courtroom be cleared?
I see no reason for it, Your Honor. The point at issue is not the alleged sinfulness of Dodge City, but whether Marshal Earp abused the powers of his office.
Mr. Dunbar, your wife is in the courtroom.
My wife? Well, this is outrageous, Your Honor. I have nothing to hide. Let Mr. Earp confine his testimony to the points at issue in this case.
Your Honor, I believe the court must rule.
You will proceed with your testimony.
Mr. Dunbar owns a quarter interest in the Alamo Saloon. He's also a partner with Miss Josie Devers in the Dreamland Dance Hall.
That's a lie. I object, Your Honor.
Order! Counsel will conduct himself properly. This court fails to see how Mr. Dunbar's business ventures are relevant to the charges against you.
Your Honor, malfeasance in office is a felony, a crime. Now, in order to show that I acted within police powers, I intend to prove criminal conspiracy between certain saloon owners and their silent partners to destroy the business of the Long Branch. Now, I have here a list of certain prominent Dodge City men who were silent partners in saloons, dance halls, and disreputable resorts.
Order!
Court, please.
Order!
Your Honor, please.
Yes, Mayor Kelly.
Wyatt's telling the absolute truth. If you permit this case to continue, I'll have to testify to what I know about my fellow citizens, including Miles Dunbar.
I've had enough of this, Your Honor.
Mr. Dunbar?
My clients have deceived me. I withdraw from the case.
Very well. On the basis of Marshal Earp's statement, this court is bound to conclude that the public interest cannot be served by further washing of our dirty linen. The charges against Marshal Earp are dismissed, and the saloons will remain closed until, in his judgment, improved conditions warrant their reopening. Court is adjourned.
Now, gentlemen, men like Mr. Cockrell and Mr. DeGraff don't belong in the saloon business. I want you saloon keepers and gambling house owners to get rid of them.
You prove to me that you made up your minds to break with the past, and I'll let you open for business.
That's fair enough with me.
That's a deal, Marshal. We'll get rid of them.
Let's go. See you gentlemen later.
Put them on their horses and
Rouse them
yeah,
out.
huh? Let's go, boy.
Looks like the trouble's over, Luke.
You sure you want to sell your interest?
Cash. Pay me.
You've been a real friend, Bat.
That makes us even. I'll see you around. I'm out of the saloon business.
Good. You can take your profit and buy into a dance-hall.
Oh, you give this to the school.
Good. Wait a minute. Now, there's something about it, Deputy Starr. Don't get rich if you're honest, and they bury you if you're slow. But a pot metal star, you can keep that clean.
Yes, sir.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
One of the notorious rackets of the 1870s was the publishing of frontier town or county histories. Original settlers had to pay to have their life stories printed in one of these books. As Marshal Earp discovered, a prospective history of Dodge City could lead to bitterness, gunfighting, riot, and death.
You lying cheat! Where's my money? Help! Police! Help! I haven't got your money! Police!
Oh,
Police!
Here comes Earp. I ain't armed, Earp. All right, Mr. Morris, what's your trouble this time? You got $100 of my money to put my picture in the book. Only the book never came out.
Mr. Morris doesn't understand. It takes time to publish a history.
A history? I want this shrimp arrested. Let's go into my office. Take your hands off. He's a crooked little swindler. He claimed he'd call the book Pioneers of the Chisholm Trail. All right. Now, look, if you've got a receipt or a contract for publication, let's see it. Sure, right here. Howdy, Doc.
I thought Wyatt told you to stay out of Dodge.
Oh, well, that blood's been spilt and forgotten. We're friendly now, ain't we?
No. You Professor O.B. Jordan?
Ph.D., Doctor of Literature. That fellow is an illiterate thug.
Well, you owe him $100. It says here the book was supposed to be published July 1st, and this is September.
Yeah. I haven't got it.
Throw him in jail, Wyatt.
Shut up.
Look, I ain't armed, Doc.
Here. There's your $100. Now get out of town.
Fine, Doc, fine.
You tried to kill Wyatt on 2 occasions when you had a mob of drunken gunslingers to back you up. If he's forgotten that, I haven't.
Oh, no hard feelings, not between me and Wyatt or you, Doc. Much obliged.
To think that I should have come to this.
You're a very lucky man, Professor Jordan. You caught Dr. Holliday in a generous mood.
Oh, I'm not ungrateful. Holliday, not the Dr. John H. Holliday.
I am. And don't think I'm in a generous mood. On your feet, sir. You take your wagon down to the Long Branch Saloon. I'll be with you presently.
Be with me? Oh, yes, of course.
What do you make of it, Doc? George Morris having the gall to come on back into Dodge City.
Pride, Wyatt. Stupid, ignorant pride.
You think that row with the professor was on the level?
I do. George Morris paid $100 to get his name into a county history book. Now, don't grin. There are 50 men in his town who'd pay $200 each.
Oh, come on.
You know, that Professor Jordan amuses me. I think he followed his nose to Dodge. The odor of human conceit and subhuman ambition.
Well, the professor is a swindler, and I'll order him out of town.
Now, hold on. You give that order to George Morris.
No, I can't do that.
Why not?
Because Mr. Morris has already had his punishment. Bat Masterson and I shot his legs out from under him. We beat him, Doc. You saw how the man crawled out of town like a dog.
I still haven't taught you, have I? You think you have this miserable town halfway civilized? Why, George Morris is not licked. All he needs is another mob with Kelly, Judge Tobin, Hanson, and the rest of your so-called friends marching behind him.
Aren't you a little drunk?
You better start loading those sawed-off shotguns, Deacon. I'm afraid you're going to need them. Professor, I will back you to the limit of $10,000.
$10,000?
On one condition.
What is it, may I ask?
You take your pictures, but I write the biographical sketches. Oh, and I want my $10,000 back. You can keep any profit.
Well, that's astounding. Incredible.
And what a petty scoundrel you are. If I had your health, I would steal $5 million.
That much? Why?
The sum of $5 million is like 5 million gallons of water. Both purify themselves. I would die in the odor of sanctity.
Yes, I believe you would. The idea is much too big for me.
Quiet. Enough talk. You start taking those pictures.
There we are. Very nice, Mr. Mayor.
You need another pose, Professor?
Not just now. Try to assemble some of the other founders.
Yes, I'll round them up. Here, now, you people get away from this camera and don't disturb Professor Jordan. Here, now get away from this. Of course, the possibilities are tremendous. Just a minute, I want to get a paper. And you certainly rate among the original 7 founders, Tom.
I know, but as a banker, I have to make sure it'll be a dignified volume.
Now, we'll see to that.
You should have heard what they said, boss. They called you a Johnny-come-lately.
Shove him aside, boss, and I'll plug him.
No, I can whip both of them by myself.
He's dead.
Give me this. What started this?
I heard them call Mr. Williams riffraff. They said he couldn't be in that book.
Hal, you notify the coroner. Then you take Mr. Kelly, Mr. Hanson, and this man over to my office.
What? It was all a mistake. An accident. We lost our tempers and...
I know that, Mr. Kelly. Dr. Holliday is responsible for this, and I'm going to have to arrest him. Now, go on, Al, take him out of here. Jones, come here.
Stand. Take it. Doc, I think you better come with me.
You mean you're arresting me?
That's right.
On what charge? Holding the mirror up to human nature?
Let's not argue about it here, huh?
Take over mine.
Judge Tobin, I think you ought to issue a court order restraining Dr. John H. Holliday and Professor Jordan from any more of this nonsense. Now, Dr. Holliday isn't interested in publishing a history. He's in this promotion as a practical joke on Dodge City and some of the citizens he just doesn't happen to like.
If the court, please.
Go ahead.
Marshal Earp is making an assumption of my motives. I submit that no judge can restrain the mere prospectus of a book. Agreed?
Look, Judge, one man is dead and another wounded in disputes over this thing.
Order. I sympathize with Marshal Earp, but unfortunately, the law cannot take action before the commission of a crime. Marshal Earp's application for a restraining order is denied.
Thank you, Judge Tobin. Thank you very much. Dr. Holliday, do you think this is really wise? I mean, in view of the dreadful...
A dozen men are waiting to have their picture taken. You better scoot before they start wrecking your equipment.
Oh, dear me, I must go quickly.
Now, I put it to you straight, Doc. Is this a joke you're making, like Wyatt says?
I am not on the witness stand, Kelly. You can stay in the history book or you can get out and I'll refund your subscription fee. And the same goes for you, Tom.
Well, let's not be too hasty, Jim. My wife is anxious to have me in the book. You know how women are. Come along, Jim. We'll talk this over.
I'll join you, gentlemen.
Oh, all right.
Well, I still think Wyatt's right. I could be wrong.
They'll stay in the history book. And Judge Tobin will be right along with them.
Look, it isn't funny.
Well, every man to his own joke, Deacon. You want to call it off? How? Admit that Dodge isn't worth trying to civilize? Give up your penny ante job here. Move to Arizona with Kate and me. You know what? You are the one man I could say I almost like.
Whose idea was it for me to leave town? Yours or Miss Kate's?
Well, Kate worries, and I think. You keep believing the people here deserve law and order. They're a bunch of drunkards and idiots who will eventually cut you down.
Look, Major Kern and one Cheyenne don't make a mob, and you can't make a mob by writing a silly book. And if I catch you trying, I'm going to lock you up. And I'm sorry if I lose my temper.
Well, now, I'm sorry, too. Wyatt, your foolish faith in people needs a bad shaking up. You better brace yourself.
That's fine. Next subject, please. Oh, very good. Yes. Mm-hmm. Excellent. Yes.
Well, Professor.
Let go of me. Dr. Holliday paid you in full.
Oh, sure. Look here. I'm going to give you 100 and another 100 beside.
What for?
Well, I'm the first cattleman in Ford County. I got more of a right than any of them has to be in a history book.
Oh, no. This book deals only with Dodge City.
Well, what's this? Is Mr. Morris bothering you, Professor?
Yes, he is, and I'm very busy.
Later.
I offered to pay him 200 cash, Doc. That ought to prove that I'm willing to let bygones be bygones.
We'll put you in the book.
No joking?
None. But you'll have to pose for your photo in private.
Well, how come?
The other subscribers might object. Personally, I wouldn't want to be in the same library with you, much less the same book. In private and mum's her word. Now, that a deal? One question. Why would you want to be in a book?
Well, I'm a historical character. The professor said so when he agreed to put me in Pioneers of the Chisholm Trail.
It's a deal. Baby. Now, you keep out of my sight until I send for you.
Hey, Professor! Delvin, Duncan, Dooley. Any more D's?
Oh, man, Dortholz.
Oh, no. No, I agree with the judge. We gotta watch Holiday. Make sure he keeps the riffraff out.
Right, Jim.
Well, now let's get on with the E's. Wyatt Earp.
Well, I see you men are helping Doc with history,
Jim suggested your name for the book.
No, thank you.
And why not now? Why, you've made more real history in this town than the rest of us put together.
Well, I tell you, Mr. Kelly, the Texas papers have written me up plenty. All bad.
Just Johnny Reb prejudice. Why, Doc's your friend. He wouldn't allow anything to happen.
By the way, where is Doc?
Drinking in the back room. Can't be disturbed.
Well, I'll disturb him.
I'm busy. Go away.
It's Wyatt, Doc.
What do you want?
Well, you open up and I'll tell you.
All right, just a moment.
Oh, I get it now. You're writing the history, huh?
Well, why not?
You know, I was wrong, Doc. You could make a riot.
George Morris, backed by Jim Kelly, Judge Tobin, and every other sucker who wants his ugly face and dull life story in print.
Including Mr. Morris?
Oh, well, his picture and biography lead the book.
Of course, you praise them all.
Naturally.
Well, you're under arrest, Doc.
Not again.
But this time I'm gonna make it stick. Let's go.
The book.
What's the charge this time, Marshal? Hating your fellow men and hating yourself.
You gonna make that stick?
No. But officially, you got caught inciting a riot.
Huh.
Judge Tobin, I've arrested Dr. Holliday again. I think it'll save time if you come along, sir.
Are you sure of your legal facts?
Yes, sir. The doctor is a truthful man. I'm sure he'll substantiate the charge.
Come along, Tobin.
Wyatt must have caught Doc writing the book.
Doc, I told Professor Jordan.
The back room. I'll be having a look. James Dog Kelly, former soldier and saloon keeper, a gay lad with the ladies, sowed wild oats all over Kansas. Several cowhands died from drinking his whiskey. Lies, every bit of it.
What does he say about me?
There's yours. Criminal, slander, and liable. That's what.
No. Hey, you said it.
Well, we got Doc this time. Come on.
Just a minute. George Morris. He was going to put him in the book?
Oh, no. George Morris. Knave, liar, poltroon, scoundrel, to quote Lord Macaulay. Such he is, and it is just such men as he who founded Dodge City. This cow thief, brawler, and murderer.
Who are you talking about?
Oh, not us. Doc wrote it for the book. Read it.
Doc warned me he was going to start trouble. He aims to use that book to malign blackguard every decent man in town.
If any.
Dr. Holliday, I must ask you for that manuscript.
No, sir.
Then I'll issue a subpoena, duces tecum. The manuscript will be seized and impounded.
Now, you're too good a lawyer to try that.
Wyatt. There's trouble at the Long Ranch. George Morris is stirring up a mob. Let's throw it, Doc Holliday. Judge, I suggest you admit Doc to bail at once. It'll give him time to get out of town.
Excellent idea. How much?
Well, you can't release a man with a mob coming to get him.
Well, speak up, Deacon. You aim to defend me right here?
No, I don't. This time you run for it.
Well, in that case, bail will be $1,000.
Cheap. There. But I'm not running. I will catch the 6 o'clock train for Kansas City to consult with my publisher.
All right, Al. Maybe we'll have time to break Morris before he starts.
Come on out, boys. The rest of you, come here, too. Take a look in the wagon and see if the professor's there. If he is, just slap him around. It's Doc Holliday that we're after. All right, let's tip it over. All right, boys, let her go.
Professor isn't in here, George.
Okay, fire it up, boys. All right, that does it. Let's head for the jail. Doc found the depot. You sure? Herb turned him loose. I saw him walking across the plaza only a minute ago. You hear that, boys? Doc's at the depot. Let's go get him.
Probably headed for Santa Fe. We better get over there. No. I'm not risking deputies. You tell the rest of the boys to stay out of it. I'll try to get to Doc before Morris does.
Don't take no chances with Doc, boys. We'll surround him and then blast him out of the depot with rifles. Hey, it's Herb! Stop him!
Some of your friends want to see you.
They're not close enough. I borrowed this from the station master. It's too short for range.
We want Doc Holliday! Send him out here, Herb! Send him out and we'll get you both!
Is that what you want? Give me that. The history of Dodge City.
It's good reading.
Yeah. On your feet. And bolt that door. And bolt it. Now you take a look at that mob. You see Mayor Kelly in that mob? See Mr. Hanson? You see one decent man that amounts to anything in this town?
Hold it, Doc! Hold it! Your last chance, Herb! Come out with Doc or we're gonna burn you out!
I thought so.
Boston! Hold your fire! I got something I want to show you.
Read it.
Nothing but blank pages.
That's right. That's what Doc thinks of you, and I agree with him. Now, if you want to fight over that, commence.
Can't we kill it for you?
No. Now, you men clear out of town. Go on, get out of here. Give me a hand.
Give him there.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The murder of Nate Strathern, a relative and a U.S. Marshal, brought to Wyatt Earp a personal challenge. Later on in his career, men nearer and dearer to Wyatt were to be killed or wounded. But not since the slaying of his friend, Mr. Brother, had Wyatt been so emotionally involved. It did not make for clear thinking.
Family will blame me. Letting Cousin Nate go alone into that hoodlum camp. I know that Circle Diamond outfit. They never drive here. Enough killers in that outfit that any honest peace officer would fill his jail with them.
Take it easy, Wyatt.
Easy.
I read that telegram, too. All it said is that the man who done it left Mobeedy riding a horse with a Circle Diamond brand.
Well, you didn't read this one. Eck Thomas. He's a marshal in Oklahoma Territory. I trust him as much as I do Tillman or Masterson. Read it.
Well, all he says is that the Circle Diamond is a driving in the Mobeedy neighborhood.
Well, that's enough for me.
To do what?
I aim to hire on to the Circle Diamond outfit. It's a saddle tramp. The man who got Cousin Nate belongs to the Circle Diamond outfit, and I intend to get him.
You ain't using your head now, Wyatt.
Oh, you got a better idea?
Any idea would be an improvement on that of yours. Let me try this job.
Why?
Well, to commence with, nobody'd spot me. And to end with, I've been a cowhand.
Well, I can do anything a member of the Circle Diamond outfit can do. Thank you just the same, Mr. Gibbs.
Well, let me go with you then.
No, sir. You and that shotgun, I gotta stay here and keep the lid on.
All right, but take an hour to think this over, will you? I've drove with them Texas outfits. If somebody don't recognize you the first day, they'll work you to death in a week.
1 hour. Take me that long to get my gear together.
You're in charge here, partner. I'm heading for North Texas. Going back to heaven, Mr. Gibbs.
When they're on a drive, they don't even take time to bury a cowhand.
what's going on here?
A couple of them blasted Circle Diamond Riders. They don't want us crossing in front of their cattle drive. They started bushwhacking us. Who are you, mister?
Just a cowhand looking for work.
The Circle Diamond will be short a couple of waddies real soon.
Well, you boys ain't gonna get very far with that wagon shooting at a lot of men from a big outfit. You better just cool off and let me have a little talk with him.
Stranger wants to powwow. Hold your fire.
You a Johnny Law? Oh, just visiting from Alabama.
Well, they started at Bama. We asked them polite-like to take the Red River Trail. Them freighters has always got something sticking out of the side of their wagons that'll spook a herd.
Well, there's four of them, two of you. Appears like you, lost your temper. Hey, what's wrong with the Red River Trail?
It's flooded out 10 miles north.
Oh. You fellas know that?
Don't reckon we did.
You better ride back and tell your boss about it. Hey, the fair is still running at the bend. Crossed on at sunup.
Yeah. I guess it'd be smart to point for the bend. You any objection to that?
No, sir. We're scouting the herd. That's our job.
No harm done. Thanks, fella.
So long.
Pull up, Emma. You looking for work?
Well, come to think of it, my grub is running mighty low.
Wonder if Cork would hire him on. Why don't you ride back with us and find out?
Yeah, that might be a good idea at that. I'll get my horse.
All right, we'll get ours.
Well, how about that?
Now the blasted river's flooded on us. What a drive. Herd spread out for 20 miles. The front rider just now tells me about the river, and them tail-end Charlies lost out in the brush. I'm gonna get tough, Sam. Nobody sleeps till that herd closes up. They eat in the saddle. They're gonna act like drivers, or I'm gonna bust a couple of jaws. Now you tell them that, Sam.
Yes, sir, Mr. Conkle.
Cookie, make up 100 trail rations and don't take all day.
Not a chance. I need help.
Hey, you. Ain't you the fellow Ring and Saunders brought in?
Yes, sir. I could sure use a job.
Well, you got one. Go help Cookie.
Well, Mr. Corkle, I'm a cowhand. I never figured that
You
I'd...
help Cookie. We'll find out later if you're a cowhand.
Come on, you tramp. Get these sandwiches wrapped up. We ain't got all day. Hurry up.
You're so good at, mister, you wrap 'em.
You give me any more sass and I'll stick a knife in your ribs.
You've been raw at me for a couple hours now. Usually when a fella threatens to knife me, I'll slap him around a little bit.
Oh, you do, huh?
No more yapping at me. Hey, what are you doing to Cookie? What's going on?
Take your hands off me, mister.
I'll fix him.
Let's put that knife down. Cookie threatened to cut you?
He tried it.
Well, you ought to know you got to be patient with cooks.
Not when they threaten me with a knife, mister.
Well, then you can get out of this outfit. Or you can ride tail-end Charlie.
I told you, Mr. Corkle, I'm a cowhand.
No tail-end Charlie for you, huh?
I didn't say that, Mr. Corkle. I'll make a hand for you wherever you want me.
What's your name?
Jimmy Jones. Nickname Bama.
Fine, Bama. I need anything to ride a horse. You mosey south to the tail end of the herd, report to Jumbo. You find him and Red and Turk there in the dust somewhere.
Yes, sir.
40 a month in grub. As long as you last.
I'll last.
Might as well tell you that Jumbo and them others are about the meanest bunch of scum you'll find on the trail.
Most tail-end Charlies are pretty mean, ain't they?
Not like these boys, no. The only reason I keep them eating dirt is because that none of my flankers or lead men will work with them. You any good with a gun?
Fairly good. Take care of yourself.
The miner dies for gold, the nester dies for land. But what have we got to die for on the trail? The biggest fool of all is an old cowhand. Turn to dust out on the dusty trail.
You named Jumbo?
No, it ain't. You'll find him back yonder.
Your name Jumbo?
Yeah.
Corporal said I should report to you.
You reported?
My name's Jones, nicknamed Bama.
That there's a sticker. You got a slicer in your saddlebag?
Recollect I have.
Get it.
Oh!
Yeah.
Looks like a throwing knife.
Yeah, it could be. Yours is a lot better for slicing beef, I'll tell you that. Hand me that bread there, will you? 5 days old and moldy. That's the way Tim Corkle treats us, though.
Yeah, he acted kind of like he didn't like you.
Oh, he thinks he's a poker player. Me and Turk and Red, we cleaned out the last big game. We'll eat later. Yeah, and Buffalo Waller's just full of mavericks. You know, Bama, you ain't sweaty enough or dirty enough. We'll fix that.
You know, I bet Corkle did send us some grub.
How you mean, Red?
Well, it's just mighty odd, this Greener. He rides in here straight from camp, and he ain't even got a pound of coffee with him.
Yeah, that's right.
Meaning you think I stole it?
Turk, take a look in his saddlebags.
Hold it. You go take a look, mister.
That's the way you want it?
Now you can go get it.
Turn him loose.
Go ahead. You hadn't ought to be wearing a gun, Turk.
Blast him, Red!
You move and I'll crease your skull real deep.
That's enough, Bama. Now you can whip them with fists and guns. They both know it. Now you sit down somewhere and cool off. We got a long night ahead of us.
I ain't a greener, Jumbo. I ain't a thief either.
Apologize to Bama. Both of you.
Sorry.
You.
Yeah, sorry. All right.
It's enough time for grub. Let's move out.
Well, I guess you got most of them back to the herd. Better go back and join Red and Turk, huh? Right. Ah! I'm hit! Get him! It's just my shoulder. That was Corkle. Get after him.
You're bleeding too bad. Lie back down there.
Oh.
Let me get a tourniquet on this. I'll get you over in the shade.
Here, drink some of it. U.S. Marshal cousin of mine was killed in Mobeetie with a knife like this. You know anything about it?
Ain't my knife. I won in a poker game. Some fella went broke and threw it in instead of a $2 ante.
You didn't see who?
No, it could have been anybody. Could have been Turk. Or it could have been Corkle.
Why Corkle?
You're Johnny Law, ain't you?
Yeah.
It figures. Corkle knew that Red and Turk wouldn't say anything, so he took a shot at me.
Corkle does a little mail and stagecoach robbing on the side?
No, I told you he's a rotten poker player. And every once in a while he comes up with a new bankroll. I'm going after Corkle.
No.
Huh?
I want to show down with the others first.
Oh, you're wasting your time, Marshal Earp.
How'd you know my name?
I saw in Wichita, year before last.
Corkle knew who I am?
Well, yeah, he's there in Wichita with me.
Why didn't he just bushwhack me and get it over with?
Oh, he figures he can get you some other time. He wants to scare off Red and Turk. That's why he took a shot at me.
Truth?
What else? I could have shot you in the back a dozen times.
Why didn't you?
I don't like Corkle.
All right. Now, when we meet up with Red and Turk, you let me do the talking here.
You want to do all the fighting, too?
No, you got a good arm. You got a 45.
Thanks.
Let's go.
Where you been? The herd's gained 2 miles on us.
Somebody took a shot at Jumbo.
You see the skunk?
No.
Well, if it's rustlers, we better close up on the herd.
Yeah, then we'll have the flank riders to help us. This ain't no place to be making a fight.
Well, it's as good as any. Now, you climb down off your horses and watch your hands.
Who is this Bama?
Go on, get off your horses. Stand right up there, General. Turn around.
All right, I want some answers, and I want them quick. Jumbo says he won this knife in a poker game. You ever see it before?
No.
I get it. You're a Johnny Law.
Can you throw a knife?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Keep him covered. Now, I want you to back off. And I want you to throw this sticker at me. Because I'm going to be starting this one your way, mister.
No, wait. You can throw a knife.
I never throwed at nobody.
You're a liar, Turk.
All right, Red, let's start with you. What about Corkle and the mail robberies?
You ask Corkle.
Yeah, we're wasting time. They ain't gonna talk.
All right, Turk. Turn around. Put your hands behind you. Back up here. Throw me that rope, Jumbo.
Yeah.
There. When the two of you start walking in any direction, I don't think Corkle will let you get too far.
We ain't scared.
Corkle knows us.
Yeah, and he knew Jumbo, but he took a shot at him. Now you start walking and thinking.
Bama, you figure Corkle's gonna raise the debate?
Well, if you don't, maybe they'll decide to talk. We'll ride off in the brush and keep them in sight. Here, let me have the reins. You've got enough to do with one arm.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, Lassiter! Lassiter! Cookie, where's Lassiter?
He's over by the river.
Well, where's Sam, then?
He's under the table, sleeping.
Hey, Sam! Come on, wake up. Get out of there.
Just nap for a second, boss.
Take 3 men and go out and relieve them tail end Charlies. Tell Jumbo and the others to report back here on the double.
Well, they're doing all right back there, Mr. Corkle.
I got a better job for them. They're gonna lead across the river.
Well, not today. Old Red's full from bank to bank. Nobody can cross that river and live.
They can and will. Go on, get going.
Yes, sir.
See if you can get these ropes loose.
Listen, that Johnny Law's just trying to break our nerve. Corkle wouldn't try bushwhacking us so close to the other boys.
He tried it on Jumbo.
Well, we ain't Jumbo.
I don't know, Red. That Moby killing was stupid. Look, we're easy marks out there. Let's stay down here in the draw.
You help yourself. I'm following the herd.
It ain't gonna work. Corkle's too smart.
How close is the herd?
About a half mile ahead. There's a few stragglers right over there.
Let's close up.
Corkle and 3 others.
I guess it is Corkle. They're moving around slow and hunting.
Well, you can stay here and get yourself shot, not even buried. I'm gonna give myself up.
No, wait. Don't be a fool. Wait!
Johnny Lodge! Johnny Lodge, Jumbo! I'll talk! Johnny Lodge, Jumbo! I'll talk!
All right. You hold him here. I'll go see if that is Corkle.
Well, watch yourself.
Where's the rest of you, Bama?
Red and Turk are in the draw yonder there. Hunting for dogies. Jumbo's over there somewhere. What's up?
Corkle wants you back in camp. But if I was you, Bama, I'd just head south and keep on riding.
Why?
Corkle aims to send you across the river. It's 12 feet deep and 500 yards wide.
Oh, I reckon we can make it. I'll go round up the others.
Well, it ain't our day to drown. Come on, let's move 'em. Yeah.
Where's Jumbo?
He lit out.
Where?
That way, towards camp. Was that Corkle?
No, it's just our relief. Corkle wants us back in camp.
Why, you yellow-bellied skunk, I told you so.
Corkle still loves us. We're gonna drive the herd across the Red River.
No bushwhacking. Just a nice drowning. We made a deal when we told you about Mobidi. That still hold?
Right.
Well, then let's move.
Lift 'em, Earp. I figured you might balk at the river crossing. Well, you're gonna cross the big river, along with Jumbo.
I went back to camp to try to kill him, but he made it easy for me. How you gonna square me for shooting Corkle?
Well, he murdered my cousin, tried to murder me. Officially, you came to the assistance of a peace officer.
Well, now, do you have to say I helped a Johnny Law? I'd never live down a thing like that.
Well, all right. Just hang instead.
Well, disgrace and all, I'd rather live.
Well, thank you, Jumbo. You just saved the state of Kansas $50. Price of hanging and burial.
Yeah, it's good, tough thinking. You know, it's a shame you went straight. You'd have made the orneriest hoodlum that ever lived.
Thank you, sir.
All right, let's move.
What has he got to live for on the trail?
Come on.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
তোমাকে 15 লাখ টাকাই দিতে হবে। তুমি যদি দিতে না পারো তোমার বাবাকে কল দাও। তোমার যত জমি জিরাত বাড়িতে যা যা আছে এগুলো বেচা হইলেও তোমরা আমাদের টাকা পাই পাই করে শোধ করবা।
একটা ব্যাপার কি খেয়াল করছো? শহরে কিন্তু দুইটা রূপ, রাতের এক রূপ, দিনের আর এক।
বেঁধেছি ঘর হৃদয়ের পর, গাঢ় সবুজ ওই গহীন বনে।
আরে ব্রো, সবসময় চিল থাকতে হবে, কিচ্ছু মাথায় নেওয়া যাবে না।
ভালোবাসা হচ্ছে একজন আরেকজনের উপর ভরসা করে, একজন আরেকজনের হাতের উপর হাত রেখে এই জীবনটা কাটিয়ে দেয়া। কিছু মানুষ এই রাত জেগে থাকে আর টাকার বিনিময়ে সুখ খোঁজে। বসুন।
এখন তো সিরিয়াস হওয়া উচিত, তাই না? আমি তো কোথাও যাচ্ছি না পার্টি করতে। তুমি কেন যাচ্ছ? কেন বন্ধ করতে পারতেছো না বলো তো? কার যে কোথায় সুখ সেটা তার প্রিয় মানুষটাও কখনো জানতে পারে না।
পাশাপাশি তবু যাচ্ছি বিপরীতে, কাছাকাছি তবু যাচ্ছি বহু দূরে।
হাই, ইউ লুক গুড।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
Rồi bài cái độ buồn lên mà sự thật khỏe đấy, nhưng mà thầy xây bài ấy bị chia sẻ có xa ra hả, có ra can các bạn. Át này, binh. Xong. Là át luôn mà. Sao có xin ra ấy, nhưng mà anh đéo dùng rồi. Ui, xét này. Xét đây là vài cảnh đệ đẹp đéo chịu được. Không sao, để ơi. Bay cho đời. Quay đều, quay. Ui, con lắc rồi sao? Cút. Mày đi. Xong rồi, có át rồi. Ngày đánh bài va vẫn. Sao ra còn bài đẹp phết. Định mạnh cái xét này. Ui, bình điết. Xét là mình sẽ thiếu là một cái cung mà. Cung với con Kizana. Kizana hoặc là một con Nautilus để lấy cái thú tượng này cho in nào. Bắn cung không? Bắn cung lấy đồ cho át trước khi thầy. Ui, rồi xong nhặt nhầm đồ. Ha ha. What the hell man? Nhặt nhầm đồ. Thế mà cũng đòi lái xe. Đùa tao à? Đùa tao không vậy. Thế mà cũng cộng một ending chôn ngủ không? Chôn thầy không? Cinderella này cút, có một cút, dấu hiểu. Nhặt ngu đấy. Ngu đấy. Rớt ở đây. Rồi xong. Sao có càng ngày đây nhỉ? Vậy có ai mà có cái thằng này ở đây nhỉ? À, đủ bốn mà, cút. Nè. Xong. Chịu rồi, nhặt nhầm đồ lổ lúa tắc ngủ nó máu nhỉ? Rồi xem đi. Thầy ơi, không ai nhận được cái gì? Tôi nhận không? Ở đây. Vòng quay may mắn, vòng quay vô cực. Anh 2 vòng à? Quay đều ra cái pet đổ ai đi, ra cái pet đổ đó. Đi ra qua. Biết quay được vào pet Omega. Chịu rồi, tí vào lừa tao. Đi qua mà chôn, lại đi qua. Chôn tố bố. Đi chôn tao không? Đi xin à? Đi xin chọn không vậy? Rồi xong, bình. Xong, thắng. Không thắng. Suýt thắng. Quả phe bắn được phết nhưng mà suýt thắng thôi. Thầy bay tốc độ cao ấy. Bay tốc độ cao luôn.
ভালোবাসা সুন্দর, ভালোবাসাও সুন্দর। মানুষ নিজের অজান্তেই ভালোবেসে ফেলে।
আমার মনে হয় কি জানেন, আপনার মতো জানাশোনা কাউকে না আমার বিয়ে করা উচিত।
এটা কি উপলক্ষে?
ম্যাডাম, ফুলটা গ্রহণ করুন, তারপরে বলতেছি।
ভোটার আইডি কার্ডে যার স্বাক্ষরের জায়গায় টিপসই দেয়, এখানে কেউ ডাক্তার।
এই দুইজনের মধ্যে যে আগে ম্যাডামের মন জয় করতে পারবে, ম্যাডাম তার।
একদিন না দেখলে তোমায় বন্ধু আন্ধার লাগে সব, তোমার এই প্রেমে এমনই টান।
রোগীদের তো ডক্টরের কাছে আসলে ব্যথা কমে যায়, আপনি তো উল্টো হলো কেন? আপনি কি একটু উল্টা?
তোমায় ছাড়িয়া যাব মরিয়া, তোমায় ছাড়িয়া যাব মরিয়া, যেও না বন্ধু আমার, ভুলিয়া।
আমার মনে হয় আমার সমস্যা কপালে। ম্যাডাম আমার কপালে নেই, আমার কপালে আছে দাগ।
Kìa. Anh bốc lửa rồi giờ anh hay vậy, anh hay như điên mà chịu trốn. Cung xanh à, đáy máu, đáy máu. Đây Đúng ra thì buồn lắm rồi, buồn lắm em ơi, biết trách ơi là đấu lên được rồi. Ôi, 18 mẫu 2 sao nữa. Thiếu tận 68 tiền cơ. Mới có 53 tiền. Chưa đủ. Bay nữa không thầy?
Mày nhà hát rồi. Mày khác thì hát đâu. Mày áp bị file được mà. Asma. Chi nhất Lava Dragon. À cái lava phế mà. Thấy vẻ hơn. Thề vừa đánh oan nó còn chết cơ. Thằng thì top 1. À bạn, cao top 1 vậy. Thắng top 1 này. Nếu sao thắng là thằng top 1 rồi. Phải thắng không vậy? Bắn nhỉ? Nhanh biết. Thắng đi. Chưa thắng rồi, gần thắng. Khiếp, phải bắn toàn để chiêu bắn được mà. Đéo có đam. What the hell, 5 phép. Chiều rồi, toàn 5 phép ạ. Ra gì à? Ra sẽ khó lắp bù làm mao đấy. Còn cái đi. Thằng cũng hôm nay nghỉ mà. Nhớ hôm nay chắc quan rồi. Là quan tâm của vậy. Mẹ thằng kia rồi. Mày máu sống không vậy? Sống phải ra ria đi. Đéo ra ria thua đấy. Mày đánh thằng rừng đâu? À đánh thằng sĩ vậy. Đánh sĩ của tao vậy. Hay rồi, hay. Đây, xếp mấy phát nữa là hay. Đấy ơi, mày. Nếu được rồi, không hay. Không thua. Không thắng.
আপনি কিন্তু দেখতে যথেষ্ট সুন্দরী একজন মানুষ। দেখতে বেশ রোমান্টিক। যেন শেক্সপিয়ারের নাটকের কোনো নায়িকার মতো। ভেবেছিলাম, কিন্তু আপনি তো পুরোটাই মর্মান্তিক। যে কোনো মানুষ আপনাকে দেখে মর্মাহত হতে পারে।
আমার হালকা হতে 1 মাস সময় লেগেছে।
আপনার 1 মাস সময় লাগে? আমার হালকা হতে তো 1 মিনিট লাগে।
আমার কাছে মনে হয় জীবনসঙ্গী এমন হওয়া উচিত যার সাথে আপনি প্রতিটা মুহূর্ত উপভোগ করতে পারবেন, সারাক্ষণ খুনসুটিতে মেতে থাকতে পারবেন এবং তার মনে এমনভাবে বসবাস করবেন যে আপনার দিকে সে একটাবার তাকালেই বলে দিতে পারবে যে তার বেঁচে থাকার কারণই আপনি।
পথে চলতে চলতে, কথা বলতে বলতে, কখন যেন হলে আমার।
জানি গল্পে গল্পে, মিশে অল্পে অল্পে, আমিও হয়ে গেছি তোমার।
ছোট ছোট ভুল ফুটে হলো ফুল, যে তোমাকে পেলাম।
গুটি গুটি পাই স্বপ্নের নাই, আমি ভেসে গেলাম।
আপনি কি মনে করেছেন একজন মানুষ আমার জীবন থেকে চলে গিয়েছে এবং আপনি সেই সুযোগটা কাজে লাগিয়ে আপনার ফিলিংস গুলো আমার কাছে এক্সপ্রেস করবেন আর আমি সেটা হ্যাপিলি অ্যাকসেপ্ট করে নিব? এই হচ্ছে আপনার বন্ধুত্বের নমুনা?
রোদের পাখি তোর শহরে, আমার মনের স্বপ্ন ঘিরে। ওরে পাখি ওরে সারাক্ষণ, তোর শহরে বৃষ্টি হলে ভিজে আমার মন।
Một video 1 ngày 5 tháng 7 2024 bên Cheyenne Metro White. Đây cái bài tiếp cho các em xem nhé. Ok, phải để tự lại. Anh sẽ khiển một chút. Mày củ để làm gì? 50 củ để luôn tiếp, lên chiến sĩ nhất. Ê, nếu lái được thẳng quá, trốn mua. Lái thẳng rồi. Chi xong rồi phải không? Mày hù tỏ đùa, mày đùa thôi, thầy kệ cho mày tự đi. Truyền thuyết tăng trưởng mày. Cách xa sửa binh nhé. Ok, thật ra được 3 cùng 47 chưa không? Cộng 3 với 17 ạ. Nhân trừ 20%. Rồi tầm chơi được 20%. Đây là nạp chút năng lượng trôi qua bản thân. Vậy chỉ nên 127 triệu của mình. 127 triệu quét à? Đây chơi lên đây, gọi 2 cái màu vàng. Rồi xong. Vậy cao như thầy. Mình kéo vậy. Tiếp thằng này quỷ à, ác quỷ đô ba đùa tao cái này nó là kiểu rồi dọc rồi chết rồi đi kìa 2 phút hơn của pháo mày cộng 10 cho thầy. Cân đùa mạnh đùa tao đây là được làm mày nào rồi không bao nhiêu rồi đấy ngã chéo mà đây mà không được 16 lá rồi.
রিকশাওয়ালাকে বিয়ে করবো তারপর তোকে বিয়ে করতে
তুমি যদি মরো আমি তোমাকেই বিয়ে করব।
দেখো দেখো বিয়ে এত সোজা না।
5টা কন্ডিশন।
কয়টা?
5টা।
আমি জেডি সাফায়েত রমরাজন স্যার এটা তো ভোটার আইডি কার্ড স্যার।
বাড়িতেই করবেন নাকি হোটেলে?
না আপনি যেমনটা ভাবছেন বিষয়টা তা না। হ্যাঁ আপনি তো করবেন।
তোমাকে দিয়ে হবে না, আমি জানতাম। শুধু সময় নষ্ট করো না।
ভাই আপনি তো অনন্ত জলিল না যে অসম্ভবকে সম্ভব করে আপনার কাজ।
জিমি
কি হচ্ছে?
আচ্ছা
আঙ্গের একদম ভইরা দিমু যাচ্ছে সব বাইট কর।
শর্ত দিয়ে বিয়ে শর্ত দিয়ে বিয়ে।
ভাই যে বয়সে মানুষ গার্লফ্রেন্ডের কামড় খায় সে বয়সে আপনি কুত্তার কামড় খেয়ে হাসপাতালে ভর্তি হয়েছেন।
Thôi khỏe và thằng với thằng tay cho thằng đấy à? Đấy là Thút 98. Thút 98 đéo đâu ấy, ở tận thế này. Này thằng mày có ăn đi. Này cũng rồi. Ô, thằng Silat kia khỏe hơn. Ô cái gì ấy? Nó xúc cánh với thằng đó. Nguồn lốp à? Dạy các bé nguồn lốp à? Em nói game này điều điên. Bạn làm củ nó sang vua mới OP yes free auto block rồi ra con Zurich 3 luôn đi xong rồi thầy xếp tiền luôn giá huyết đéo Zurich 3 rồi Red 3 hồi trước là Zurich 3 còn mẹ Làm gì có anh muốn mình. Bây giờ rồi chôn đấy, rồi trêu thế. Được, tao dừng. Được. Còn Rick tạo huyết thì vẫn tên đồ tanh mà đúng không? Không như đâu. Em là chưa, có anh thì rồi. Đừng đánh đầu anh mà. Tán làm đéo thì Vũ không? Tán làm gái làm đéo thì mệt. Ôi, tốc độ sống mặt của Mao. Ui, đây là tổng thủ sĩ chưa? Lorick đã biết tổng thủ sĩ không? Này, sẽ dồn hết là 6 mà 94 máu đấy, có thể là 69 máu. Yes. Để rồi, trong củ này, nhát luôn. Trong củ chưa được chứ? Vai tay trước, tập tay trước là để kê tay, cánh tay lên cánh ghế một ngồi để đẩy tạ đơn này, xong rồi lên tạ đơn từng tay một. Gạt vậy cũng đi rồi thầy ơi. Lùi. Đây thua lại. Biết cho 3 thì khỏe đấy. Chết 7 à, chết 6 rồi. 500 chưa đủ mua. Như vậy tôi sẽ lên copy. Đi ai sống ra ngồi nước vào ra đến lại hay còn hạng đẹp luôn. Ai từ từ nó ngứa tay quá. Christian là cái gì à? Token, cái token của game này em dùng như Roblox quay được đó, nhưng mà anh có một tí tiểu rồi đâu bao nhiêu cái nhỉ, shop không. ba quay để dùng thay cho tiền Roblox rồi, nhưng mà trong game này nó để tiền Roblox đắt quá để nó cho cái quay một tí. Token anh quay sang Silat nhé, anh top 2 sẽ đéo lên Silat anh này còn trường đâu bia ơi cái đéo được găng tay á đéo quá. Nếu mà lấy Azit ở chơi Azit vào mấy thằng chơi Azit vào nó đủ kiếm đấy. Làm cái cho bố. Sắp 3 dùng chip 3. Đã một trẻ sắp chết. Quá. Mày cứ nói đi thì nói dập cho xem. đéo chịu được. Đéo có đồ này. Phải lấy. Đéo có lói hết lói giờ đéo có lói đồ rồi. Con ta đất ba đéo làm gì được à? Đây làm rồi làm rồi. Anh thử đéo làm gì được. Đẹp phết đùa. Một con Zozik nữa. Một Zozik nữa. Bắn ăn luôn lên 7 rồi. Đéo ra Zozik cuối. Xì bà. Còn ta chỗ thua tại đánh chỗ phạt thắng hay chỗ thua. Chỗ Việt Nam không. Yes. Just broccoli. Yes. Còn Tuấn nó vào trong này. Không, nó tắt cả game rồi. Cái đây. Phải không? Nó tèo. Mày thích đồng. Mày thích lười à? Đây. Buổi chiều mấy giờ vào làm cho biết. Rồi anh đéo ra nốt con số cuối rồi. Với 3 của bố. Có Silas rồi, Silas 2, tao đánh lên Silas đánh được không? Ra tại phải lên 8 người tao lên 6. Bố dồn Zozik. Một con Zozik nữa thôi đéo luôn nữa, tự ra đi. Nhóc. Người chúng nó chết hết rồi đâu. Ra thấy mày bảo chúng nó chết rồi. Thế. Kinh vậy chồng. Con Zozik cuối đâu? Ủa đéo ở đây. Như vậy. Đéo gì nhỉ? Yes, broccoli. Đéo có đủ đồ cho tất cả mọi con. Có 2 tỏi ra lấy 2 tỏi ra lấy kiếm ấy. Rồi. Có farm nốt tiền lên chết đi broccoli rồi. Thằng kia 1,9 tỷ, 100% kia thua mua. Thua rồi, chơi đi. Hay à? Rồi cái kết liễu chưa cái trở được như cứt. Rồi. Chán quá định trò chán không thôi. Chán quá định trò chán. Rồi sao em mấy ông khóa quỷ thứ tư thứ năm phải làm bài tập. Thứ tư khóa quỷ. Quay từ sáng đến tối đi tập gym, rồi quay tiếp một tí đi xong. Đéo rồi, mày thấy đúng không? Tại thế, tao mở nó hết mà. Tôi mua à? Auto ở cuối mà. Cái auto cuối này. Nó mới update rồi. Auto đây. Nga. Ngồi dưới kéo đầu ấy, kéo ra. Thế mình cười quá. Em phải đọc một lúc nhanh nhẹn đi xem mà 100 lần xem. Đoạn thông thời. Đéo Chỗ nào? Đi tập gym á? Nó có đi quýt. Nó không vào, lúc có vào trước, lúc mày chưa vào mấy đứa tao bảo là đi thì đi chung chứ người này có người ở nhà thì đi làm gì. Cái phòng tập gym mở muộn là anh cũng đi ấy. Phải chưa? Đi à? Có nhớ nhỉ? Vụ tô tanh. Lùi à? Biết tàu bất ngờ. Nhau chả. Để em tin. Để em tin. Mày đi theo tao ấy. Đó thì anh thì mất